Hello, grade 4 learners. My name is Teacher L and welcome to our science class quarter 3 week 3. Today, we will learn what can forces do. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to learn the following objectives. Describe the effects of pushes and pulls applied to objects at rest or in motion. Describe the effects of varying the force applied to objects. Let's start with an exciting activity to refresh what we know about magnets. Directions. Give 3 facts about magnets. Ready? So let's hear those interesting facts. First, magnets attract objects made of iron, nickel, or cobalt. Magnets have north and south poles. Similar poles of magnets repel each other while opposite poles attract. Today, we're going to explore an interesting question. How is force applied when biking? Have you ever thought about what makes a bike move forward or stop? It's all about force. So when you push the pedals with your feet, you're applying force that moves the chain and rotates the wheels. This simple action demonstrates the concept of force in motion. So let's dive in and learn more. Did you know that we use different kinds of forces to move objects around us? Let's take a closer look to common types of force we use. Push. To apply force to move something away from you or to apply pressure to make it move in a particular direction. For example, pushing a door to open it. Pulled. To apply force in a direction toward yourself or another object, often to bring something closer. For example, pulling a rope to bring an object closer. Stretch. To apply force to make something longer or wider by pulling or extending it. For example, stretching a rubber band by pulling its ends apart. Bend. To apply force that changes the shape of an object, typically by curving it. For example, bending a paper clip by applying pressure on it. Twisted. To apply force that causes an object to rotate around its axis, often resulting in a spiral or turn. For example, twisting a towel to wring out water. Squeeze. To apply pressure to make something smaller or compact, often resulting in a change in shape, for example, squeezing a sponge to remove water. Class, take a look at this diagram. It shows what forces can do in different situations. Forces aren't just about pushing or pulling. They can make objects move, stop, change direction, or even change size and shape. So as we go through this diagram, think about the forces you encounter in your daily life and how they affect the things around you. So let's explore how forces work together in action. Forces are powerful actions that can influence objects in different ways. So here's a breakdown of effects of forces on an object. First, force can move an object at rest. Example, kicking a ball on the ground. Second, force can stop a moving object. Example, catching a ball passed to you by a friend. Third, force can change the speed and direction of a moving object. Example, receiving a volleyball. Fourth, force can change the size of an object. Example, stretching a rubber band or a spring. Fifth, force can change the shape of an object. Example, squeezing a Play-Doh or a calamansi. Now, let us have our first activity called Forces Cause Change. Based on the activity, let us answer the following questions. Number 1. Which object required a bigger force to move and why? The shelf required a bigger force to move because it is heavier and possibly fixed in place. The amount of force needed to move an object depends on its weight, size, and whether it is stationary or secured. Heavier objects, or those attached to a surface, resist motion more and require greater force to overcome that resistance. Number 2. How did you distinguish your force as small, medium, or large? We distinguish the force based on the amount of effort we needed to apply. Small force required minimal effort like moving a piece of paper or stretching a rubber band. Medium force require moderate effort like pushing a chair or opening a door. Large force required significant effort like trying to move a heavy or fixed shelf. Now this time, let us do activity number 2, forces demonstration. Now try to do activity number 3, forces in action. Then, after doing the activity, answer the following questions in your notebook. As we wrap up our lesson today, let's take a moment to reflect on what we have learned. Let's do this exit sleep activity. Write 3 things you've learned today, 2 things you want to learn more about, and 1 question you still have. Do this in your notebook. Now it's time for us to see how much we have learned from today's lesson. Answer the following statement if it is true or false. Let's start. Number 1. A force is a push or pull applied to an object. The answer is true. Number 2. Blocking a rolling ball will make it move faster. The correct answer is false. Number 3. Pressing clay can cause its shape to change. The correct answer is true. Number 4. Stretching an object makes it long permanently. The correct answer for number 4 is false. Number 5. When an object is pulled, it always moves towards the direction of source. The correct answer is true. Next, study the pictures below. Match the given picture in column A to the change it illustrates due to the push or pull applied. Draw a line from the picture to the change illustrated in the picture. Okay, so let's start with number 1. Answer is letter B, moves an object that was not moving. Number 2, yes, that's right. It's letter A, change in shape. Okay, for number 3, it illustrates letter C. It stops an object that was moving. Number 4, this picture show letter D, changes the direction of a moving object. That's the end of our lesson for today. Good job, grade 4. Until next time, have a wonderful day.